Josh again from Josh's Astronaut Photography. Like I mentioned on my previous video that I'll be having the Nikon SB-5000 Speedlight and the WR-T10 package that will allow me to do radio wireless triggering, I guess you could say. So yeah, as well you can see, here's the D850 with the 24-120 f4, and let's crack this all open. So the SB-5000, okay, of course the manuals and stuff. This is in here. Oh. The green, the orange, and the standard white. Let's see here. Gotta love the packaging with Nikon, so a nice pouch. The stand for the flash, yes, that would be a good way to show that the flash works when it's done wirelessly. And like I mentioned on the D850, it doesn't have a pop-up flash, so that way I can just plug this one on top and we are good to go. I'm a little under the weather, guys, so sorry about my voice. Let's see. So you all can see how the Speedlight would look. Has also the, of course, the pop-up white card, flash diffuser. So that's first things first. Put that aside here. And the WR-T10, which I got this ordered through Andorama in the States. So I'll put the links on the below on the gear I'm using here. The pouch. Okay, so we look like I have the WR-T10, which is the remote. As you all can see, it comes in 3 different channels, 5, 10, and 15. This is actually a good remote from when I was reading on a couple of reviews. You can actually hold it down and it will actually, you'll be able to set it up with your camera to focus, and then you press it again, like fully, then it will actually take the picture. So that's the first thing. The next one is the WR-R10, which is the transceiver. You would basically set it up as well with the different channels, 5, 10, and 15. In my case, I like 15. And with some of the cameras, the Nikon cameras like the D750, you will be able to just plug it straight through. But as for the D810, the 850 and whatnot, you would actually have to get a adapter that will go right here, which is a 10-pin port that you'd plug right in there. And thankfully with this package I got the whole thing, which is the WR-T10. So basically what you do, you would just get the A10, just line it up with the arrow, with the white dot down here, and basically it will just drop into place. Now once it's in, you just have to screw it in to tighten it up. And upon doing so, once that's done, you just click on the top here and just slap it right in. You'll hear a click, you're good to go. So in the beginning, when I first opened it, there is these lanyards. So what you can basically do is plug it in. There's a lanyard slot right here, and then you would tie it up with the side over here to prevent it from falling. But in my case, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to do it. So once you have that all set up, let's see here, we'll just put all this stuff away here. Just put it aside. You would just turn on your camera, and you can see that it will automatically, the red light will just light up. That way, what it's trying to do is to sync. So what you'd like to do is, if you're trying to sync it for the first time, you get this and the remote, and you would press the gray button on the side and the gray button up here. And once it's done, you will see it will blink red and green, and then, as you well can see, it's blinking there. And then once it shows green, then you're good to go. So right now, you can see that if you look at the camera, it's focusing, trying to focus on something. And then when you press it, you hold it down, it will take the picture. So what we can do is test it out first and foremost with the flash on top. It's always good to have the camera off, then turn it on, as what they say in the manual. As for batteries, since I don't have any in here, went to the local Costco and got some Duracell Quantum lithium batteries. I'm going to suck here. Now with this flash, the Speedlight itself, it does require 4 AA batteries. Good thing with these Quantums, you get to press it in just to see how much battery life is left. Not sure if that really does work, but it's there. So let's put this in here. Put it back up here. And put this to on. You can see everything's all here. The good thing about the Speedlight, it does cover, you can do manual mode, TTL mode. As well, it does support any of the older cameras. If you don't have, if you didn't have this trigger, you can also put it on the standard 1 to 4 channels in different groups A, B, C, D. As for this one, as you well can see it, since I have it all plugged in, synced to this remote, what we can actually do is take a picture and you'll see a flash in a matter of a second, like 1, 2, 3, and then as you well can see it, it's able to take a picture. So that's the first part on the Speedlight. Now, to try to do this wirelessly, it may become a little tricky because mainly what you have to do with the Speedlight, you have to sync it to the transceiver. So what we'll do, let's do that together. Take this out. I'll put it on here. And what you'd like to do is to turn on the Speedlight and set it up the way you want to. So depending on what group you'd like it as, I just put it as group A. And when you select, you can actually select 5, 10, and 15. And you'll be able to do it that way. And then you press OK to have it all set up. Now, the next part is that you would have to go to the menu screen. And on the menu screen, if you like, you basically would have to click on the channel, which is what I have on already on 15. Then you would like to pair it. So what you do is you pair it and you click execute. So what that would mean is that you make this, you put the transceiver on channel 15, hold the button and this to execute, and what it will do, it will start pairing. So right now, once it does that, it will say execute, and then you hold on to this, you execute, it'll say pairing, It'll say no response. So that basically means it's not being connected to each other. What you could also do as well is change it up by changing the channel. Maybe go to channel 10 and see how that works. And then you would click on execute again. You hold on to the button. Oh, in my case, let's try that again. Let's go back to 15 because the one thing I forgot here to do is to turn back the actual D850, so that's my fault here. You hold on to the button again, it'll blink blinking green, and you click on execute, and then it would be pairing. And then at this point, what you're trying to find here is that it's syncing with the actual transceiver. Oh, so again, in this case, let's do that. Blinking green, execute, it's finding, pairing. Oh, that's pretty good that this is happening with us over here. Let's find out what's going on. So we got that. We're pairing, execute. That's really odd. Oh, I forgot. There was one part that we have to look at in the camera itself. I'll come to the camera. And mainly, when you look at the camera itself, you would actually have to go through the settings option. And what we're trying to do, though, is we would need to go to the custom settings, the bracket and flash, and of course, if you were trying to do high-speed sync down the road in the future, you could always click on the 1/250th a second. And in this case, what we have to do is bracketing and flash. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Again, with the D850, you could actually go this way as well. So there's many ways of doing this. So yeah, give me a second here. I'll just get that for you guys. Okay, actually it was my fault. So let's go back here. It's on the, when you press menu, you go to the left side, click on photo, shooting menu, and then you would click on flash control. So right here, as you well can see it, you could tap it there. Wireless flash options, always turn this part on. It's the radio option. Once you hit that on, then you can select your group options on what you'd like to do, and then the flash option. So you can actually set this to auto, manual. So let's say let's just do it this way. Let's go to manual and 1/8, then press OK. So that way it is on now. So what we would do is sync it, and as you well can see it, I'll go over to the live view here. You can see that the camera's right there, or the camera and then the flash. You can see it's light up green, and on the flash itself, it is linked. So if I was going to take a picture, or in my case, decide to do high-speed sync, then what I could do is just take a picture here, focus in, 1, 2, 3, and then the flash would go off. But really, it is my fault again that did I set it up right. Let's get that out. There you go. So mainly what you have to do is get off live view. It looks like it didn't fire during live view, but let's try that again. And do that. So yes, on live view, it doesn't fire. I could probably read a little bit more into that to find that out, but if we're not in live view, and mainly we just want to take a picture, as you all can see it, you can have the subject over here, or whatnot, with the flash, or whatever subject you decide to do, put that there, and then you look, 1, 2, 3, and you will see the flash come out. And there you go. So if there's any questions you guys may have in regards to try to sync it and whatnot, keep in mind you would always have to go to the menu option when you first do this. You go to menu option, the photo shooting menu, and then go to flash control. And on the flash control, you have to select the wireless flash option and click on radio. If you don't do that, this and this will not sync with each other. Okay, so again, if you like this video, just click on the like, and don't forget to subscribe. And I think the next time I decide to put up another video, it might be some pictures. I know I'm in the process of purchasing a Nikon 85 1.8. I would like to get the 1.4, but the budget is not that big. As well as there's a sale that I've seen on the 7200 WR-T10 2.8, not the new FL one, which I would love to get. But again, I'm able to get a great deal on that with one of the stores. So I'll probably do a video, an unboxing on that. And going forward, I'll probably be posting more pictures or videos itself. And yeah, so I do hope you enjoy this video on setting up the Nikon Speedlight SB-5000 with the new WR-10 transceiver, which will allow you to do high-speed sync, wireless flash, just to change your having that ability of taking better pictures without the flash on top of the camera if you don't like it that way, and then have it wirelessly as I mentioned. So again, as you all can see, it does work. I hope you liked the video again. Don't forget to click on the like and subscribe. Thanks again, guys, for taking the time to watch this video, and see you in the next one.